gathered here with 3,000 leaders from around the world, from all walks of life, under the theme Rebuilding Trust, which is a direct response to the erosion of trust that is evident in societies, among nations, that some would link directly to the many transformations that are quite deep and interconnected, be they geopolitical, geoeconomic, technological, or related to climate and nature. If you look at the different pollings that are out there, you see that there are different generations are looking at things differently. They have different priorities. And finally, of course, it's different economies and nations. So how do we make sure that we have the right economies and decision makers from those countries at the table? Really, dialogue is going to be at the core of the meeting this week. We are making a contribution by providing this dialogue to leaders from around the world. To mention, we do have a record number of leaders joining us here this week. Of course, we are very happy that the Premier of China is coming. There's over 60 heads of state and government joining us this week.
Well, you mentioned the Chinese delegation. What role do you expect China to play or contribute to the dialogues and initiatives at the Davos meetings, and how does WEF plan to promote collaborative and constructive dialogues with China?
We all know what a major contribution China has been making to the global economy, to global growth, post-COVID. A huge focus on recovery globally, but also, of course, for the global recovery, China is of critical importance. We are seeing, according to many analysts, that China will meet its goal of 5% GDP growth for 2023. So how does then China navigate the uncertainties around global trade this year, given also how important trade is for China's growth? And I'm sure there will be other aspects of the speech that the Premier will have here on Tuesday morning, and I'm quite sure it will be really watched very attentively around the world.
Against a rapidly evolving technology landscape, what role does WEF see the technology global governance has for its responsible use in the future, and how to build trust in a digital age?
We are, of course, zeroing in on AI specifically this year. We are at a critical time in terms of how the interplay between AI specifically and technology and society will be shaped going forward. We have seen there has been a lot of action, a lot of implementation of particularly Gen AI tools in business, including, of course, among Chinese companies. Of course, there will also be a discussion on those foundational language models and what are the latest developments, because this field continues to scientifically gallop forward, and we will have a record number of AI researchers here, including from China, that are going to be just sharing what is happening in terms of the next frontier for these models. We've also seen that different countries have been introducing either legislative measures or executive measures that are trying to figure out how to regulate this technology in a way that is safe. And the final aspect of AI is also around the power it yields and how technology has become a powerful tool, and how do we wield it